Hello and welcome, and thank you for visiting the Foodics accounting platform. Today in this tutorial, I would like to speak about bank rules. The bank rules comes under the accounts and bank accounts section, but before I get to that, I will just go through a few housekeeping reminders, and that is that during this tutorial I will move through this left margin, so please pay attention to what I'm doing and where I'm going with the mouse. And furthermore, there will be some frequent screen changing, so please pay attention to this and follow me as I move through the screens. And furthermore, there will be some moments of silence because I do have quite a lot of data to complete. But once I've done so, I will explain what I have done so that it is clear for you. So what I would like to do is just give you a brief overview of bank rules. So, bank rules. Bank rules are created for repeat transactions in your bank statement, such as spend money rule. This rule is used for bank fees, VAT, or for point of sale fees within the electronic payment system. There is also the transfer money rule, and this rule is used for revenue between bank to bank transfers. And in this tutorial, I will begin with the transfer money rule. So please bear with me while I move to the margin down to bank accounts. And for this tutorial, I will use Bank 1. On Bank 1 here, as you can see, the function is highlighted bank transactions, but I want to move to the reconcile tab. And as I move down the screen here, there is this options tab here, which I will activate. And as you can see here, I can create a bank rule. It is highlighted under the receive money rule, but I want the transfer money rule. I just have some data to complete, so there will be some silence, so just a moment. I'll change this to contains. So I'm using a transfer through the Visa system, so I would just like to delete some data. Just a moment. That's correct. No, sorry. I will just delete that again. Yeah, there we are. And the bank account that I will use is the Visa 258 here. And the branches is optional, but just to demonstrate, I will choose branch 4. And the reference I will set from the description, so I'll change that to from the description. I will run this rule on bank 1 here, and I will name this rule Visa. So just to explain, I am creating a transfer money rule. and the description is clear. It is an incoming transfer from Visa, from the Visa bank account 258. I chose bank 4, but this is an optional. I just done that to demonstrate. The reference is from the description. I'm running this rule on bank 1, and the Visa is the name of the rule. So I can actually save this now. And as you can see here, I can confirm this rule. And confirm. And that was confirmed. What I would also like to speak about in this tutorial is the spend money rule. So what I will do, I will actually go back to the accounts just to demonstrate this. Back to bank accounts, back to 251. I go back to reconcile. Again, I go down to options, create a bank rule, and this is highlighted as the spend money rule. So just bear with me while I complete some data. So again, I'm going all conditions match. I change this to contains. I will delete this because this is for fees. I will set the contact as an existing or new contact. And this is for bank fees. As we can see here, bank fees. The description again is bank fees. The account I'm looking for 750, which is this one, bank fees. I need to change this tax rate to tax on purchases. Again, the branch is optional, but I'll go with branch 4. The reference I will set from the description. I'm going to run this rule on bank 1, and I'm going to name this rule the bank fees rule. So just to recap, I'm creating a bank rule for fees. The description is clear: an existing or new contact, bank fees. The description is bank fees from the bank fees account. The tax rate is set. I chose branch 4, but again, it's optional. The reference is from the description. I'm running this rule on bank 1, and it is the bank fees rule. So I can proceed to save this now. And that was saved. So what I can do now, I can confirm this bank fees rule. Okay. There we go, confirmed. So that concludes the tutorial on bank rules. And what I would just like to say is there was quite a fair amount of data that I completed and took you through there. So I would ask that the user go back over this tutorial at their leisure and familiarize themselves with the movement through the margin and the movement through the screens. As I mentioned, when opening the bank screen, you have to move to the Reconcile tab, then down to Options, and then choose Create Bank Rule. So I would like to thank you for your attention, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.